Hey guys, I wanted to make this video to basically go over how I wrote 20 policies off of one lead. So, you know, whenever I first started, I used to, see Jen write, 10 policies in a house. And, I used to think like, how am I ever going to do that? Because I was writing like one policy, and sometimes not writing any, and it seems so like unattainable, but it's the compound effect. It's putting out the activity every single day and compound it over time. You're going to get those results, and you're not going to be able to write any policies if you don't get leads, or worry about lead cost, or, all those other crazy things that we worry about. You're not going to be successful. And so how it happened was, I had a lead, went and wrote him a policy, and I was like, look, I've got $25 for every other person that we can get enrolled in the program. I was like, call your mama, call your sister, call your neighbors. So like, he started calling people. And so I wrote, so this was Wednesday, I wrote 5 policies off that one lead. Okay. So I told him, I was like, look, this could be like your little side hustle. This guy's on Social Security, like he doesn't do anything, like drinks all day. And I was like, look, I'll give you $50, every time you find me somebody. So the next day he calls me and he's like, hey, like my sister wants some insurance. She wants to sign up like all her grandkids. So I'm like, perfect. And, I was having a bad day that day. Like I didn't write any policies all day until like 4 o'clock, And so I go over there and I'm like, look, call everybody, like get everybody here. I'm about to do this presentation. So they start calling like their sister-in-law, the brother, everybody. So I got like 20 people in this one house. And, so I ended up writing, so it was like 20 policies on Thursday. So basically 25 policies so far off this one lead. Now, so I just told him, like, look, like this is how the insurance game works. You can make a lot of money. And he's like, oh girl, I'm gonna get you some more people. I'm like, yeah, get your hustle up. And so he calls me yesterday and he's like, hey, I have an appointment scheduled for you on Saturday. A friend of mine wants to sign up her and her children. And he's like, and then I have an appointment for you on Monday with another friend of his. And like, it's just, it's ridiculous. You know what I mean? And this is off of one lead, but I had to put myself out there and I had to ask for the referrals, and I had to do it like in a creative way. Like think about it, guys. These people are on Social Security. They don't make any money. Like I'm willing to share my money, if you help get me business. And, like that's such an incentive for people to want to, one, it's a great product, to want to share the information with people, but like for them to get paid for doing it, like, and so, it's just amazing, guys. Like, you have to put yourself out there. You have to open your mouth. Closed mouths don't get fed. And that's basically how I do it, guys. Like, I put out the activity. Y'all have heard me talk about that so many times. Put out the activity. I think it was Wednesday or Thursday. It was like raining. And I was like sitting in my car and I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to go talk to the neighbors. And like, I always think to myself, like, if I don't do that, like, I'm not going to write business. Even though I have, like, a stack of leads literally sitting in my seat, like, if I don't bless other people and I don't talk to as many people as I can, like, I'm not going to write business. Like, I've ingrained that in my mind because it's the law of compensation. Like, whatever I put out into the universe, that's what's going to come back to me. So if I'm only putting out 50%, which is, like, just writing off of leads, like, I'm only going to get 50% back. But, like, if I'm talking to neighbors and also asking for referrals, like, that's 120. Like, I'm going to get 120 back. And so, leads are great, but, like, words aren't everything. You know, word of mouth is very, very powerful. So y'all have a great day. Crush your goals. Let's rock 2020.